All right, today is Friday, August 28th, 2020. This is the end of day review for the live trading room. Live trading room, we spend our day going through the signals that the adaptive entry system presents us. We primarily focus on the NASDAQ 100 futures. However, we do that to simplify our ability to help our community of traders understand how to use the adaptive entry system. We showed charts during the live trading room for the Russell 2000 futures. We show a chart for the S&P 500 futures. Today, Craig, who heads up development for New Cycle Trading and Analytics, popped in and was talking about tracking gold. So it's a very flexible, very powerful tool. It can be used equally well for trading futures and trading options. If you want to trade options on it, you're going to look at longer time periods typically, maybe a 10-minute or a 30-minute time period. And you're going to choose whatever watch list of stocks and indexes that you want to trade options on. It's a very, very versatile tool. So here at the end of the day, we summarize performance, and then we code that performance, we record that performance on our personal trading plan. And the reason for using the personal trading plan is to help each trader understand the importance of having a financial forecast for your trading. You're going to have winning days, you're going to have losing days. It's really important to keep it all in perspective and know that when your losing days kind of weigh you down during the day, at the end of the day, you plug that performance into your trading plan and you're going to see exactly how that is going to influence your future income over the next 12 months. Generally, as a rule of thumb, you're going to find that a losing day here or there, which are to be expected, will not have a dramatic drag on your ability to generate a very healthy income. And I'm going to show you how you can even adjust if the income is not at a level that you desire, but you are earning profits on a regular basis. So here's the tracking. I like to show this because several people like to zero in on all the trades, trade detail from 7 a.m. Eastern to 4 p.m. When I always say 4 p.m., I'm generally cutting it off now around 5:30 and then focusing on closing out the day and doing the summary here. So in the daily summary, you can see here that we had there's two categories we track in our personal trading plan. It's the 9:30 to noon, trading all of the adaptive entry system signals. And then it's the 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., trading only the trend bias and continuation signals. But I also recently have done some analysis to stack rank the optimum performing time period and signals, and it ends up being, at least as of right now, ends up being the 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. trading all of the signals that the adaptive entry system presents. So you can see here today that those categories all produce nice profits. The two that we plug into our personal trading plan, 9:30 to noon, 29.25 points. And then the trend bias and continuation trades, 58.75 points. And then, of course, the category that we consider to be optimum in terms of balancing between win-loss ratio, point production, so profits, and then also the number of negative days, the number of losing days. So that balanced, when we balance that with all the categories, the 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. category, all signals, is the optimum producing category. Now, you might not want to take all the signals from 7 to 4, but I'm just giving you some information so that you're more well informed about how to build your personal trading business. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to jump over to our personal trading plan. This is the tool that we use to, at the end of the day, plug in our actual performance. So it's not speculative performance. It's not what we hope would happen. It's our actual performance. Whether it's winning or losing, you're going to plug that performance in here. We're going to start with our trend bias and continuation trade category. So we're going to go down to our data entry field here, and we did 58 3/4 points today, 58.75, and each point is worth $20. And then we're trading 3 contracts. Our trading plan has scaled the number of contracts for us to where we're trading 3. So the profits for today, based on that, are $3,525. We took 17 trades today at 3 contracts per trade, so 51 contracts. You can see that when we got into 3 contracts, we've been reasonably consistent in terms of the total number of contracts being traded. Obviously, as you increase contracts, the total number of contracts are going to be increasing, but so should your overall average profits be increasing. So our average today was $3,321. That's the net after fees and commissions. So now for the most important part of managing your financial forecast on a daily basis. We're going to go up here. This number is an average, this 35.6 is an average of all of our winning days. On our winning days, we're averaging 35.6 points per day. Of course, it's $20 a point. On our losing days, we're averaging 20.5 points, 20.53 points of loss on our losing days. We plan for an average of 1 losing day a week. So we plan for an average of 1 losing day a week. We have had 7 losing days since we started tracking this on July 6th and sharing it at the end of the day, every day in the live trading room. So that's 8 weeks. So we are actually slightly favorable to our plan in terms of average number of losing days. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to now adjust these 2 numbers, because these are actual averages, and these 2 numbers are what your future forecast based on the next 44 weeks is going to be based on. Now you're going to adjust this on a daily basis. You're going to tweak it. The further out in the 12-month time frame you get, the less it needs to be adjusted. But in the early weeks, it's really important that you nail down your forecast based on actuals. Okay, so our future forecast for winning days is based on 35 points, but our actual average is 35.6. So I'm going to change that to 35.6, keep it right on target for our actual run rate. And our average of losing days is 20.53, and I'm going to leave it at 20.5. That's probably a little conservative because we're slightly favorable in terms of having only 7 losing days in 8 weeks. So I'm going to leave that alone. All right, so based on trading no more than 3 contracts during the 12-month period, our income potential over the 12-month period is $375,298. And that is based on having started with $5,000. That's based on allocating 10% of our account balance to contracts. Each contract requires $500 of margin. So in order to trade 3 contracts, that requires $1,500 of margin. And because we will not use more than 10% of the balance of our account, we need to have $15,000 in order to trade 3 contracts. And then you can override the growth of contracts by just inserting a maximum that you would feel comfortable with. That can also be adjusted at any time. If you're just starting out and you have it capped at 3 and you're happy with 3, well, that's fine. $375,000 is a really nice income, having started with $5,000. And the only way you can do that is by using the adaptive entry system signals and then using the benefit of compounding the constant recycling of your capital every single day, trading the same capital every day for more and more point production. And then when you use a tool such as this, the personal trading plan, and you insert a maximum number of contracts there, you'll grow the contracts. The trading plan will show you how many contracts to trade every day, and you'll grow the number of contracts until you hit that limit. And that's how you get to $375,000 of potential income. If you want to increase the number of max contracts, that's up to you as your own personal trading business owner. And you know that whatever you put in there as a max, it's first of all going to be governed by being no more than 10% of the value of your account. So if you wanted to up that to 5 contracts, or you wanted to up it to 10 contracts, to trade 10 contracts is $5,000 of margin, which means that you would need to have $50,000 in the account, and your personal trading plan is not going to scale you up to 10 contracts until that minimum is satisfied. So you have to have at least 50,000 in the account to get there. But when you start playing around with the maximum number of contracts, it gives you some pretty significant changes in the total possible income for 12 months. Now, I want to be very clear. I am not in any way saying that I'm guaranteeing that you're going to make this type of money in a 12-month period. What I am saying is that if you're diligent about using the adaptive entry system and you produce your consistent level of profits and you use the trading plan, and all future days beyond what you've already coded in are based on a realistic run rate, a correlation to the actual run rate, then the income is just going to fall naturally wherever those numbers guide it. So some people would say, well, how could you go from 5,000 to 375,000 in 12 months? And it's simply math and science. This is just simply the math of recycling and compounding. And the science really is the science of trading using the adaptive entry system and the science of recognizing that the adaptive entry system signals are based on multiple indicators behind the scenes that are all historically validated. So we have the best of both worlds. We have an incredibly powerful system called the adaptive entry system. We've got 4 primary signals that we trade. We just follow the signals, and the more you trade AES, the more you can set aside emotion and just focus on what it naturally offers you. And then you take your performance at the end of the day and you plug it in, and you see where that projects your income out for 12 months. All right, let's do our other category before we finish here. Our other category is the 9:30 to 12, 9:30 to 12, trading all signals. We're going to go down to our data entry field here. We took 29.25 points, 29.25. That's $20 a point. So that's $585 of profit per contract. We're trading 3 contracts. So it's $1,755 of profit today. And we did 11 trades at 3 contracts per trade. So it's 33 contracts. So we averaged just over 27 points today after we take out fees and commissions, $1,623. Now we need to go back up to our header and we need to do exactly what we just completed. We're going to look at what our actual average run rate for winning days is, and it's 27.25. So we're going to put our future forecast in based on our actual run rate, so 27.25. And then our losing run rate is 13.45. Those are our losing days. We plan on 1 losing day per week on an average. However, we've just completed 8 weeks and we have 10 losing days. So we're a little bit ahead of pace in terms of losing days being limited only 1 per week on an average. So I've increased the plan, the future forecast for average number of points per losing day, and that takes into account the additional losing days that we've had, the additional 2 losing days. So even at that, increasing our losing days to 17.7, and we have our future forecast on winning days at 27.25. The forecast for income based on 3 contracts max is $273,797. And that once again is starting with $5,000 and building a 12-month forecast. Okay, the last thing I just want to put up here is just a reminder that we've got a variety of categories that we track. The 2 primary categories that I just coded into the personal trading plan are right here. It is the trend bias and continuation trades, where we're looking for a 10-point profit target. And we're averaging across the 55 days that we've coded into our tracking, we're averaging just under 36 points a day. That's a really nice average. That's $720 per contract. The other category that we just coded in is right here. It's trading all signals from 9:30 to noon, and we're averaging just under 25 points a day, trading for 2.5 hours a day. That's a very reasonable output, in my opinion. So the other category which I mentioned is what we've calculated to be the optimum. We're tracking the number of negative days in our research categories. We're tracking the points rank, so what has the largest point production. By the way, we're excluding anything prior to 7 a.m., so those don't get counted. So we measure the number of points and stack rank them, and then we take a look at the win-loss ratio and we stack rank them. And the category with the lowest total point value is what we have defined as our optimum trading strategy and time frame. And that happens to be 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Time, and taking all of the signals and looking for a 10-point profit. But we do lock in 5 points along the way, as the folks in our live trading room know. So the ranking is, that's the number 1 category, and then it's really a 3-way tie for the second highest ranked category, and 2 of those that are tied for second are the 2 categories that we've been tracking consistently now for the last 8 weeks, and coding that into the personal trading plan here at the end of the day. So we're pretty excited about where we are overall. Personal trading plan is a solid way to level out all of your emotions from your trading during the day. Did you win? Awesome. Plug it into your trading plan, see where your income is forecasted to be in 12 months. Did you lose? That's fine. Plug it in, and you're going to see that your income is not dramatically impacted by a single day here or there, especially since we've planned on having 1 losing day a week. That's all factored in to the personal trading plan. The 2 most powerful tools I think that every trader should have in their tool set are the adaptive entry system, because that's what's going to tell you when to get in and when to get out of a trade, and the personal trading plan, because that just evens out a lot of those extreme emotional cycles that most traders go through. And it also tells you over the course of 12 months what you could make, helps you plan for maybe taking some money out, plan for some income that you want to accumulate before you take money out. And there's a column on your trading plan that allows you to either add funds or take funds out, and then it will still continue to calculate for you what the value is at the end of 12 months. So super excited to be able to share this with you every day. Super excited to have a great team. Aaron, Michael, Craig at New Cycle Trading, Dorothy, who just supports everybody here in the background at Options Moneymaker. And we're mostly excited about having all of you in our live trading room, or if you're listening to this and you're not in a live trading room, thanks for listening, thanks for your interest. If there's anything we can do to help you get started on your journey to trading and building your own personal trading business, please just let us know.